Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys, that's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Hey y'all, I am back again with another video. I am back again. And you see the title. So that is what we're going to be talking about. And don't worry, I'm going to elaborate. I know some people are probably going to be mad just off the title of this video alone, but bitch, I don't care. Guess what? I talk about music here, and my opinions might not be those that are widely expressed amongst most people. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're just my own. So this might be that video, but we're going to talk about it. If you have not already and you like music conversation, okay, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, share all that fun shit. And let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so I've been wanting to talk about Scarlett for a little while. I did end up making a video on Scarlett like when it first debuted, but I didn't really get to talk about like the overall feel of the album and just the overall feel of everything since she's dropped the project, like letting some time pass or whatever. To me, it didn't really feel like Doja took her time making this album, like her other projects, like Planet Her and Hot Pink. And I don't mean like literally rushed, like she dropped it right after Planet Her or something. I know it's been 2 years or so since her last drop. I'm saying the feeling of it. It feels like the project itself just feels a little rushed. I don't know. Something about it feels that way. And I feel like the promo for this album wasn't super heavy either. I feel like the album just came out along with, those 2 shock singles, Paint the Town Red and Demons. Outside of her controversial music videos and everything like that, and having those red statues that were around, like, the city, in that room where she was painting, like, that fake blood on the walls, I felt like, she had her promo moments and things like that, but the drop didn't feel, like, as iconic of a drop as, like, Planet Her and, like, the Pink Her era drops. I don't know, just something about this era feels a little bit rushed overall, and I think the overall feel of the album and the whole feel of the project and the promotion all just feels gimmicky to me, like, along with all the stuff that's the controversy and all of the, imagery that has surrounded this album, it just feels like a gimmicky type of, like, promo run push thing. And then I think in another video, I was telling you guys that I ended up watching like her interview with Ebro, which I enjoyed watching because we don't get many Doja Cat interviews, so that was cool. But she ended up saying that her next project is going to be out sooner than later. And I was just thinking, like, how soon though? Because Scarlett just came out and, she's touring right now, or she's either still touring or finishing up touring. And I don't know. I don't think we should rush out the next era just yet. Like, I don't know. I feel like, this era in terms of how she changed up everything has been so jarring. And I feel like people are still settling into this version of Doja Cat, if that makes sense. Like, people are still trying to get used to whatever she's doing right now. So to drop a whole new era with potentially whole new looks, whole new visuals, I feel like it's gonna be like disorienting for some people. Or maybe she'll maintain a similar aesthetic. I don't know. But the thought of her dropping another project like this year is kind of like, I don't know if I want her to do that necessarily. I mean, she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do, obviously. Okay. Nobody's telling her not to. I'm saying, we just got this album. For her to drop another project so soon, like say like 2024 soon, I mean, some people might want that. Me personally, I don't. I kind of want her to take her time with this next project, and I really want it to be something like amazing. Like outside of, there was a few songs off of Scarlett that I really enjoyed, but overall I didn't enjoy these albums nearly as much as like her past work. And then also like even the work before she got put on, like self-titled, like Amala, like I love that album. okay? So I really, really want her to take her time and just curate the shit. Her next project, her next drop, I really want her to just don't rush it out. Just really, really sit on it. So as far as Scarlett goes, like when the track list dropped for Scarlett, there were no features, and I was extremely shocked by this. And I thought the album was gonna be like carefully curated bangers because she decided all the songs were iconic enough for, there was no need for features. So I was just expecting that, but majority of the songs were not that iconic, and I was hoping that she had some features on there. Because I was just thinking, wow, these songs are about to be like all of them are about to be freaking amazing if she felt like nobody else needed to help her on these or nobody else needed to hop on them. Which it's not to say that she didn't have any songs that were iconic to me because she did. Like I really love the What Do You Mean freestyle. Like that was slept on. That song is one of the hardest on the album, period. Gun, Agora Hills, of course, and Shut Yo. Those were my like favorite tracks. But I'd say outside of like a handful of tracks, there wasn't anything too monumental about this album. It didn't feel like I don't know, it didn't feel like I thought it was gonna feel. I also feel like this album relied heavily on a lot of symbolism and shock promo, which didn't seem to be the most effective because this project didn't even crack 100K, compared to her last project. So I feel like a lot of people just weren't necessarily feeling the sound, weren't necessarily feeling the look. And I say the sound too because, good music isn't gonna be denied no matter who you are, how you are, what you look like, you know what I'm saying? People aren't gonna deny a good song. People aren't gonna deny a good record, regardless of how they might feel about you personally. Just all in all, just feels like something is missing from this era. I'm not entirely sure if it's not just one thing, it's just an overall feeling that I have. I am interested though in Doja Cat. I'll always be interested in whatever she does, and I'm interested to see in what direction she takes this next era. She kind of talked about it a little bit on the Ebro interview, but she didn't really get into too much details. But it seems like it's going to be going another experimental direction, another experimental route. If that's the case and she's straying farther and farther away from like the GP type of like pop rap pop aesthetic, I think that Doja is gonna fall out of light of the mainstream, which isn't bad. If that's something that she actually wants to do and she's not trying to appeal to the mainstream at all, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I feel like with the sounds that she's going for, the look she's going for, it's gonna take a lot of the general public's attention away from her because that's just not what they want or expect from Doja Cat. So I think if that's the goal for her, then cool, but I think that's a possibility to happen. Don't really feel like the general republic, the general public supported this album nearly as much as I would have liked for her. But really at this point, I just hope whatever Doja Cat is putting out that she likes, she loves, she's happy with. And I mean, she's expressing her art, she's doing her thing, If she's not trying to appeal to the masses, then she don't got to. If that's not in the place of where she's at right now creatively, then that's not where she's at. So you guys just tell me what you guys kind of think. Are you guys excited for like Doja Cat's next era, her next album? What are you expecting from her? Do you want her to continue going in the direction she's going in now? Do you want her to do a new sound? Do you want her to go back to her old sound?